Welcome back, everybody. We are standing above the sewer today, and we are going to be building a whole bunch of rocks. And let me tell you this much. Whatever you think about rocks, they might sound boring, but we will make them a bunch of fun. I'll tell you that much. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to do this while we're at it, because I need to show you what we've got going on, what we did last episode, and what we're going to be doing today. So here is a problem many of us have, which is getting a shape to look like maybe even just a little bit resemble what it should look like. And rocks are one of those where if you want to build a rock, you think that it looks like a rock, it sometimes for some reason doesn't turn out to look like a rock. You know what I mean? You've got this idea of how you're going to do it, and it just doesn't turn out. Now, I've had this problem for a very long time, and I've just been building rocks, quite literally, just literally putting down blocks to build rocks. And it sounds like a very odd thing to do, but it helps you out so much. And I think today, hopefully, if we can, we will hopefully be able to share a bit of my knowledge that I've got from getting slightly better shapes and filling in gaps so we don't hear annoying mobs like that. Maybe transfer something that I've learned, if I've learned anything at all. We'll be finding that out today. But what I'm trying to do is just get a cool looking side piece of this, and that was why I actually went out here. So let's go assess the situation and see where we have to go. So last episode we built a sewer. Oh no, but where you going? Oh man, let's get it going again. Yeah, we built our sewer, and we need it to exit out onto the water here. So that was where those blocks were that we placed before. I've really done pretty much nothing else to the land besides just leaving the land as it is. And if we go out here, let's take this boat, and we'll go out and we'll have a little bit of a drive past this thing, and we'll see what it looks like. You'll notice that we've done a little bit of rock work around our crashed ship over there, and it sort of dissipates into nothingness and looks rather ugly. So what we need to do is we need to get a nice curve to this area as if it's got this rocky kind of rock combined with maybe a bit of brick to make it look like it has been built up a bit area over here, and then we'll work it around to the other side there, and eventually this whole island will be transformed completely. And we hope to eventually, in fact, here are my plans for the future of this piece. We're going to go out there, and then we're going to start dropping off until we get to the bottom of the ocean. Maybe we'll go a little bit until we can't notice it. But we're going to make this whole part over here look like its own biome, and it's going to look good. Our own underwater beach biome, maybe something along those lines. We'll work it out. It'll be a lot more catchy by the time we get there. That's what we're going to try and do. So here is my first stage, is getting all these holes covered up there, but getting a good starter shape, just bulging it out a little bit and trying to create maybe the best way to explain it is just making things a bit more flat for us to work with, a bit more, that's even a bad way to describe it. How would I say it better? Maybe making things a bit more smooth. How about that? Making things a bit more smooth for us to work with. Like this here, you see, that's not smooth. That's smooth now. And then we can start chipping away and putting some more stuff down and just getting it to look a bit more the way we want it to. So that's the idea, shaping, getting that initial shape. So we'll go out there, and in fact, where we've got this here, let's go up a bit, because I've got a plan for this, you see. I said I wanted to take this area up here, so that as we walk around, it's not all flat. We can maybe have this go from here, just go 1 and 2. And then we're above this, and this should be a good height, at least for us to try and work our way towards. And we're going to fill in the gaps in the middle, just so that we don't have any lighting glitches. Because occasionally, if you put, for instance, a torch in there, maybe we just do it like that because it'll bother me if I don't. We do a torch there, say we covered it up like this, and we decided it would be a good idea to put a stair block there. When it turns nighttime, a lot of the time that'll look funny. Even not only that, sometimes the blocks over here start turning out really weird when you start getting different lighting effects. So we don't want to have any of these gaps because we don't want mobs, and we don't want weird little lighting effects going on here. So that is what we are going to be doing with that area. Now, while we're doing this, I've also been playing around with a little bit of something which maybe I think a lot of you guys will be familiar with, but a lot of you will not. And that is the future update to the game in the Bedrock edition. I thought it would be cool to give it a try out on one of my streams the other day. Actually, it was the day it came out. I decided, you know what, I'm going to try get this Bedrock thing working for me. I got it working. And I mean, most of us actually have access to it, because if you've got a Minecraft Java version, you actually have a free Bedrock edition waiting for you on the Mojang page. So you might not even know that. So maybe I've taught you guys something. And What I decided to do was to just go in. Actually, what am I doing there? I was just getting into the habit of me just doing everything at once. But what I decided to do was go check it out and play around with it. And pandas are in there. Not only are pandas in there, the scaffolding blocks are in there. And let me tell you this much: those scaffolding blocks, they're very useful. And I know there's a few little pieces of them which I agree might might ruin it a bit for the redstone community, for the fact that you really have an easy way of getting up and down. It does make life a lot easy. But you know what? They've got some interesting things. So I'd recommend just checking them out, and also checking out my streams if you guys ever do want to catch me out on stream or whatever. If you guys don't even know about it, there's a link in the description of this video to Twitch, so you can follow me on that. And in fact. The day that this video comes out, we should be streaming. So you can even check the schedule down there on that page. Makes it even easier. Okay, you know what? That's a good shape that we've got there. I want to keep a bit of the beach in there, the beach sand, and then it goes into rock. Now, you'll notice, look at this. That, all very, very uniform. And that doesn't work very well for at least a natural shape. If that's the kind of thing you're going for, sure, fine, that works. But it still doesn't work, even though we've done a few little odd textures here and there, which is kind of useful. The andesite is a beautiful block, and not only that, just adding them in around everywhere like that, and a few little different blocks. Maybe we could even just throw a spanner in the works and put a block over there. That helps out a lot. Now, what we can do to try and get this very consistent, repetitive pattern gone is, without even breaking blocks necessarily just yet, we may have to, but we could even just go ahead and start placing in a few little slabs around the place. They're really good in places like that, but don't go like that, because else you just create the same problem again. So we do this here, a slab there, maybe a slab on top here, a stair around there, and if we have a wall, you can easily just go between 3 of these in all different orders. I swear I had a crafting bench right there. I know I've got some hidden over here, so let's go up into the crow's nest. Drop down there, and you know what? We're going to use a lot of them. We'll just do that many and see how we go. So let's try this out again, and then we can go check how it's working, because this is like an interesting little part. There we go. So without even breaking up any blocks for that natural shape, that unnatural shape, you can see just from here, that little bit of work that we've done with it has helped out so much. Now, picture this place. Picture doing the same thing. There, you can see already. I'm just gonna go out a little bit more. When we have the brand new walls, the brand new slabs for all different blocks, you don't have to stick to stone and make things look pretty like this. We're gonna have as far as I'm aware, sandstone walls, which are gonna be amazing. You'll have a bunch of other walls, which I'm sure will be very, very helpful for this. And not just that, the other slabs, other stairs, andesite slabs and stairs are going to be. That's going to be a game changer. That will really, for this particular stuff, it'll change the game dramatically. I'm just going to actually put a bit of this in, because it looks really good as like a wet block, a wet stone block, I guess. So let's put a little bit in there, a little bit around over here, and then I'm just going to go through it. I'm going to kind of make a peak, break it up with something like that. Maybe we could just add something over here because it's really flat, and then just a similar sort of thing where we try and get away from repetitive things and just break it up like that. So most of it's down to your mind, but there's a few little tricks, as I say, of just not repeating things next to each other that should help if you guys do have any troubles with it. So I'm just going to go and get into all that stuff, but what we have to do as well is a very neat little entrance, and realistically, I'm saying entrance, but it's an exit. If you're talking in terms of a sewer, there really never has to be an entrance to a sewer. Like, we'll leave it for whoever wants to go in there. But I want it to be an exit. That's the most important part. So let's go grab a few little materials so we can do an interesting little wall or doorway there. And in fact, you know what? Sun's going down. I might as well just finish this off. Alrighty, we've got our stuff, and I need to just go step back. Let's just check what I've done. I can't actually remember. It's been like at least 10 minutes, right? So here we go. In the course of the last, I think, day, maybe I took 2 days to do it. We've gone ahead, and this is Minecraft days we're speaking about. It hasn't taken me to real life days. I've gone ahead, got this area here all looking very rocky, and now what we need to do is we need to break it up a little bit, and we got 2 things to do. First thing is, let's just add some bushes, because bushes are one of the simplest easiest ways of fixing up any build, and it's kind of cheating because they are almost so easy to just make everything look good. So we'll just pop a few of them around here and just get this place looking good. But overall, you know what? Rocks actually are not that difficult to do. You gotta step back very frequently and make sure you're not going off in one direction too much or whatever. Let's just check that out. Yeah, see? Color comes in here. And we've got a few other things which we can add in here. For instance, if we wanted to pop in some of these things here to make an interesting little gray fan. Wait for it. Okay, maybe we have to wait a while. No, there we go. See? Add little things like that. These are new things, of course, you can add to rocks, which you forget about. At least I forget about. And I think they've got a lot of ways of fixing up builds. Look at that. Just little things to break up flat pieces. For instance, there's a flat piece there. I think we know what's going over there. We know exactly what's going there. First of all, a birch bush, just to flip things around a little bit. And then one of those. And I think that will help us out a lot. Now, another thing which I thought would be good to help us out, just to make this area a bit different, is to get a color change for the entrance to the sewer. Because I've gone ahead, done the inside of the sewer. Look at this. I think that looks pretty good. In fact, here we go. Suggestions in the comment section. You guys are geniuses. And in fact, on multiple levels, because the new cobblestone, the new mossy cobble, which everyone was telling me to do, is actually amazing compared to the old one. Look at that. That green is so much better when it's the same green as this mossy green. Yeah, but let's just throw a whole bunch of it in like that. Man, fantastic. Maybe I've done a bit too much there. We'll come back for it, but it looks fantastic if you ask me. So let's go ahead and try and make a neat little circle because this is at a bit of an angle. Maybe a little bit tough to get a good circle here, but we'll give it a good try. So that is already a bad start. We'll go something like that, something like this. Yeah, so when you look at it like that, we'll have it go around there. So let's grab some slabs out and we'll do something like that, and down here. Let's just give these a go. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get it as close to a circle as what we can without going, without going into a very odd shape, because that's the real problem. And you guys, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that needs to come down here. So you can tell this has got a cool little circle curve to it there. What we can do, and that one there is broken, so we'll get rid of that. Replace it with this here. But what we can do is this over here doesn't have to be a stair block. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Let's just head on out here and check it out. So yeah, that by the way, is the biggest tip, is just stepping back. Yeah, look at this. Simple. You can tell the inside looks curved nicely. All we have to do here is either a block there or a stair block going up that way. In fact, a stair block might even look slightly better than that there. Yes, it definitely does. And then because we're smart, you see, this is called Jansey actually thinking ahead for once. We can go ahead and use the watered area to help us out here. So there we go. See, that was thinking ahead, because I realized, you know what, don't put the water in yet. You're gonna regret it. And I didn't, and now I'm not regretting it. So that is fantastic. So a little bit of yeah, that's cool. In fact, let's just do that there. That we don't have any troubles. Yeah, cool. So we'll take a step back, make sure this works, and then we can start filling it up with water. Yeah, that works. That works very well. And then we'll get rid of these, which could be the problems. Hello. It must be because I'm standing on this boat. Yeah, that's very odd. That is a very strange thing. No, boat, make it out. Can you make it out? Yes, you can. Okay. Let's step back and yeah, that works for me. It is a bit of an odd shape here, so we could do something a little bit more crazy with it. And a piece there. Get rid of this one and pop one of those in there. Let's go check that out. And it's a lot of this, just backwards, forwards. Check that it works. It works. Great. It doesn't. Do it again. And yeah, that's good there. That's gonna work. Now, the thing we can do with this, and I've been waiting for every opportunity to use this block, is to go ahead and pop in some iron bars, because they're actually a very cool block that just gets underused because they generally look pretty bad, and you need very specific pieces for them to work in. Actually, we want that in there. And that over there. Let's just make sure that works. Perhaps we'll get rid of one of those. Yep, get rid of that one. Even though we can waterlog it, we don't want it all too wild there. And a little bit there. Yeah. Yep, we've got it. We've got this working for us. So just make sure that works. That one there. That block needs to go. That one there, and what have I got going on here? How have I destroyed this ground at the top here? So you can see there's just a few little pieces where we'll have to go back, such as, and get us out there. Yep, that works. You see, so a nice little curve. We can probably just imagine it to be, okay, not like that. We'll have to use that. Yeah, there we go. Easy, easy. Looking very, very good. So that, if you ask me, is looking like a pretty good circle, with the exception of that area there. But that's fine. I'll go fix that up now. We don't have to spend too much time on it. It's really the point of just breaking up this area here so that it doesn't look all the same as we go around it. So I've got to go find some other things. I'm going to go like spread water in the inside there, make sure the inside looks quite cool, and then we're going to have to go and get some other things done on the outside here to make it look even more like it's a tropical, what would you call it? A tropical island, even though it's not, it's kind of an island, but not completely. So yeah, make it look a bit more tropical. That's the main point of this. And there you have it. I seem to have got a bit crazy now that I am actually stopping and looking at this, but I think we've got a pretty good looking build. It's looking tropical, and I think we've got that feeling. So we can maybe go over some of the things. First of all, first tip, the grass. Come on, Jansey. You know what the word is. The leaves make a very good bushy feel to it. Come on, can I just stand on the spot like that? Fantastic. Very, very good. The melons, something that I have recently found out are an essential to pretty much every build. I'm kidding, but they look pretty good. These are, by the way, I've seen a lot of people ask in the comment section about the textures. These aren't only my textures. We, a few episodes ago, went from just my plain textures with the default textures into the brand new default textures, and we're giving them a go. I've got to admit, I've got very used to them, and I have actually started to really like even a lot of the textures we don't like. For instance, the melons. Thought they were a bit too much. Now they're working very, very well. And it seems like a lot of the community around Minecraft and around our channel as well really do like these textures. So we're going to play around with them a bit more. Obviously, there's going to be more iterations that come out before they are made as the legitimate new textures. But they definitely are very, very cool and very different to what we are used to, but working much better. So let's just head on around here. Just slowly, just take it in. We probably need to put a few more bushes over there, but this curve that we've got on this side of the island is working very, very well. So let's see what it looks like from a distance, which is a surprise to me. I will tell you this, because I have not yet gone to check it out. I've just made those trees, I put in the bushes, and a few little things here and there, and now I'm finally stopping. I'm like, you know what, Jansey, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? You got to show people what's going on here. But what is going on is a lot more natural building over here. A lot more nature in this, which is helping out a heck of a lot there. Let's just go around this way. We actually need to get rid of this over here, make that all stone, and make this all work out that way, which is a definite thing we're going to do in the future. But over here, just everything coming together so well. And you know what? There is some other stuff which we need to do. In fact, I just remembered now. This is pretty cool. I was playing around in a creative world to see if this actually would work sideways, and it does. And I haven't even done it over here yet, which was just going around here and doing all this stuff on the edge. Magical. Look at that. Already. Just an improvement for doing next to nothing at all. That's very, very cool. And then we can also go around. Oh, wait, I can't click that. That's because that's just flowing water. We can go in here and make one big fix to this, which was a great suggestion. Why don't you put in a redstone torch? Oh, yeah, of course that closes for me. Look at this. Oh, I was a little bit confused there. But there, redstone torch. Fantastic. We'll have to see what the light level is, but I'm pretty convinced that that's going to be the light level we need for it. Man, this is looking so good. Next episode, by the way, we are planning on doing some big things away from this area, which are going to mean very big things for the entire world as we know it. So it's going to be good. It's going to be big, and it's going to help us out with a lot of building in the future. Let me tell you that much. But for today, that will be our episode. So thank you everybody for joining me. Let me know what you think about this and what tips you have for it and how we can fix it up, and just in general, if hopefully it's helped you. But thank you so much for joining me here today, guys, and I will see you very, very soon.